Oi, for those that don't know me, here PGP, Pedro Jorge Pereira, and I am the main responsible for the project, the Slow Motion Tours. And today I'm doing this hopefully short video about the Praça Guilherme Gomes Fernandes. So if I tell it like this way, probably to not tell you that much, but basically Guilherme Gomes Fernandes was captain of the of Porto fireman squad, and I think we are speaking about mostly whether the the second half of the 19th century or the first half of the 20th century. I didn't do the research, the homework as I did, but it should be around that time. But one of the most interesting aspects that many people don't know about this square is that actually during a quite significant period it was actually called Praça do Pão, so basically the bread square. So that might make you think, so why, how come Praça do Pão, why this name? And the fact is that there was literally bread market basically. There used to be some barracks with a structure made of wood. There are some photos in several slow motion tours albums, especially in some albums related with the slow motion tours traditional trade. I think there are some albums from some Porto old markets, also like the market of the fish, and also in the tours that relate the slow motion tours. For I believe that it's related with Vitoria. But although it might surprise you, the fact that this square was called like that, Praça do Pão, or that there was a specific bread market, the fact is that that was actually quite common. You must take in consideration that at that time there didn't exist something like supermarkets, of course. So normally the trade was actually normally quite or much more direct between, let's say, the producer and the people buying. In this case, there are some interesting aspects in relation with the bread that was actually sold here, and that's somehow an introduction for the tour that we'll be doing on Saturday. So next Saturday, the 25th of October. So motion tours VL. So Valongo. We are going to one of the Porto nowadays main suburbs. But actually, Valongo it's quite an interesting place to observe some quite relevant aspects. First, in relation with the process of demographic expansion to the suburbs that took place starting mostly in the 80s and then also in the 90s of the 20th century, so quite already in the end of the 20th century. But before of that, Bolongo had many interesting aspects, and one of them in relation with bread. So we were talking a lot about bread, what's about it, what's the tradition, and the features that from Bolong that are still related to that. So there's a very direct relation between Bolong and this square. Hope or looking forward to make this tour with you. And now you know. So this used to be the Praça do Pão, bread square, but it's also important to say that during a certain period of time it was also called Praça de Santa Teresa, so Santa Teresa Square. Oh, so now we might ask why Teresa Square, or Saint Teresa Square, and that's related with the convent that there used to be in this entire block at my right side. Nowadays it's a kind of typical block from the 19th century, typical neighborhood. But during a long period, it was actually a convent from the Carmelitas order. In this case, a feminine, because there used to be also Convento do Carmo de Carmelitas, but in this case, a masculine one, very nearby. And this was actually the feminine version, if you can say so. So Santa Teresa was actually the patron saint of this order. That's why all this square was actually called Praça de Santa Teresa. Just one curiosity to finish. So, in relation with the Praça do Pão, the fact is that quite somewhere there we have the famous Padaria Ribeiro. So, Padaria Ribeiro is one of the most famous bakery shops, but actually also known, or specifically, or very much known for the biscuits. They've really well. I'm not getting any commission for advertising, but they have really marvelous biscuits. And a very interesting curiosity is that Ribeiro, this bakery shop, was actually funded or founded by a grandson of one of the ladies that used to be uh, selling in the bread market. So a connection, or a very direct connection between future and past. And well, that's all for now. I hope this brought you some interesting elements that you didn't know about the city, and even more, I hope to spend some good time with you adventuring in Volongo. So, até breve. Thank you for watching this video, and please feel free to share it and to send some friends of yours that you know, or relative, or whatsoever, that might find it also interesting. So, abraços, até breve, vemo-nos em breve.